I promise. When I get you. When I get you. Hi. Ozan, guys. This one I woke up. I woke up from a nap. Okay. I just woke up. Ngabugi phone. Ha! Promise Makunyane. Let me see what's happening here. So, let me tell you something. Well, I am from the doctor. Just in case my boss watches this video. Yes. It's 3 o'clock. I'm already coming back from taking my mother to the doctor. Yes, so don't take this to HR. You see? Anyways, you guys. Promise Makunyane has confused the internet enough, okay? Because people have been out here celebrating Promise Makunyane's divorce, okay? And Promise Makunyane has been saying nothing about divorcing her husband. All that she's been saying is how much she's been going through changes and she's been growing. You know, she even wrote a book and she's been quoting scriptures. You know, she's doing everything that divorcing women, you know, when people are going through divorce, do without actually telling us that she's going through a divorce. So I've had just a little bit of doubt with promise of divorce. I am divorced from my husband. Now, another issue was that her husband was over there by Twitter, tweeting like a single man. Because you can just see a tweet from a single man, and this one is single. Okay, so he was busy tweeting like a single man, and she was busy out here talking about changes and all of that, like a woman going through a divorce, but none of them were saying, we are divorced. So now the City Press has gone and written an article explaining what they are doing, okay? So I guess in this article, we might just find out for sure if Promise Makunyane is divorced. It says here, businesswoman Promise Makunyane seeks court order to separate finances from her husband. And then she's got that picture where she's like this, almost like, you know. So the story is written by Umduduzi Nonyane. Okay, let's find out what they're saying about Promise. They're saying social media influencer Promise Makunyane has filed a plea with the Johannesburg High Court to separate her matrimonial property arrangement from her husband Lawrence while remaining married. The couple cites different business interests and financial obligations, arguing that separation would provide greater certainty regarding individual liabilities and avoid financial disputes. If approved, they will execute a post-nuptial contract, achieving financial independence for their business ventures. But my thing is, did you really have a real discussion with your husband in terms of like saying, listen, we are doing this on paper. You know, we are just changing things on paper because he be wilding out there on Twitter. Nonetheless, the article here says, okay, they are remaining married. Prominent social media influencer Promise Makunyane wants to break away from her matrimonial property arrangement with her husband Lawrence, citing her desire for financial independence while couple remain married. They just had to say that again. Okay, just so that we are sure. Makunyane filed her plea in the Johannesburg High Court on the 5th of September, arguing that she and Lawrence are pursuing separate business interests and that separating their arrangement would benefit the family. In the document, she states that both their marriage involves business parts on which they have different views. We respectfully submit that there are sound reasons why the order should be granted. Some of the reasons are that our future business career ventures would require us to sign personal surety, and we do not wish to jeopardize one another in this regard, reads the paper. However, Makunyane does not state the nature of the business interest and the couple wants to pursue individually. We differ in the financial obligations we want to commit to, and this would offer greater certainty regarding our individual abilities to avoid potential financial complexities and disputes concerning our individual financial contributions. Listen, you guys, if they are really saying this is how they are explaining this, they sound very level-headed. Because let me tell you something about people that are getting a divorce. They are not level-headed, okay? People that are divorcing, they are like, I want everything, okay? What are you going to do with my panty? I'll give it to my next wife or something. I want it, okay? So most of the time, divorcing people are not level-headed, okay? In the papers, the couple state that they have been married for 7 years and own properties in Limpopo. If the order is granted, Makunyane will have a sole ownership of the properties. No antenuptial contract was entered into before the conclusion of our civil marriage, and we have since been advised by our legal representatives of the benefits of separating our joint estates for further exploring our respective business interests, the paper reads. The document reveals that the couple concerns extend beyond suretyship obligations. As things stand, all the assets and debts acquired during the marriage belong equally to both of them, creating a joint estate. The couple also dismissed social media speculations that they have. Are you ready? No, go get a drink. I'll wait for you because I also had to get myself a drink before I read this one. Are you sitting down? Okay, listen to this one. Those who can't hear well, please wear your hearing aid. Okay. It says, the couple also dismissed social media speculation that they have divorced and have been living apart since September. I know you want me to read it again, so I'll do it. The couple also dismissed the social media speculation that they have divorced and been living apart since September. Promise has been over here having fun, seeing people. I can't imagine people celebrating my breakup before I actually break up. I will have so much fun. According to the papers, the court will consider whether they have demonstrated sufficient grounds for the change and whether all the procedural requirements have been met. If approved, let me go back and read that sentence, okay? Let me go back and read that sentence. Some of you didn't hear it. It says, the couple also dismissed social media speculation that they have divorced and have been living apart since September. Okay. I can come back. If you still didn't hear it, I can come back. If approved, the couple will execute their postnuptial contract, achieving the financial independence they seek for their business ventures while remaining married. The case highlights the intersection of the family law and commercial reality in contemporary South Africa, where couples increasingly view financial arrangements as practical business decisions rather than purely romantic considerations. Lawyer Kagiso Dinaka said the law allowed the amendment. Section 21 of the Matrimonial Property Act 88 allows the husband and the wife to jointly apply to the court for leave to exchange the matrimonial property system. According to this section, spouses married in community of property can change either provided there are sound reasons for the proposed change, sufficient notice of the proposed change has been given to all of the creditors and spouses, and no other person will be prejudiced by the proposed change. Okay. I hope you guys are learning, because I'm learning from this article. As much as, we're joking and everything, but we're learning. He added that the regime change was authorized by the court. That is the lawyer. The lawyer is, okay, because some of you might need to contact this guy, okay. The lawyer is Kagiso. It's Kagiso, Dinaka, Dinaka, okay. Yes. Just Google him, okay? It says, he added that the regime change was authorized by the court. In this case, the parties wish to change their marital regime from the community of property to out of community of property. This would mean that the parties will have to enter into a postnuptial contract should the court grant the order, he said. Makunyane said to City Press that the court order has already been granted and their marriage is still... Just take a sip. Take a sip, especially if you are celebrating this divorce. Take a sip, okay? Let me read for you again. It says, Makunyane said to City Press that the court order has already been granted and that their marriage is still intact. And they are now married out of community of property. I kind of admire the fact that they were able to come to this conclusion, if everything written here is true. Because a lot of couples are not able to do this while they're still married and while they still can communicate well with each other. Okay. We got married in community of property, and when COVID hit, it hit us too. My husband's business took a huge knock, and it was at that moment that the financial side of being married in community of property started to be amplified to me. I thought if both our names are joined as one, it means that no one can actually save the family. She added that as she sought legal advice about marriage regime change, she learned that its implications for the family, or she learned its implications for the family. I told you I was taking a nap, so forgive me, okay? The benefits are that two estates are being built in one household. Our children will always be safe with such marriage contracts. If one person is down and out, the other one can hold the family. This also empowers us women to work, to accumulate wealth, and to have control in our own households. I truly believe that financial independence and freedom for the wives is key to healthier and happier marriages. And honestly, you guys, I don't know how many times Promise has said this, in some of her videos. And every time she says it, people interpret this as her saying that she's divorced. Okay, because there is a belief that in marriage, you can never have financial independence in marriage. So I actually feel like this move that they're making here, not only is it good for them, but it's very educational for people that are married and not married too, okay? Makunyane rose to prominence through her YouTube channel called My Husband This, My Husband That, in which she speaks about challenges of married life. Makunyane revealed that her book, The Broken Promise, and she wrote a book called The Broken Promise, and we were like, duh, she's divorced. Strength Defined. The book is called The Broken Promise Strength Redefined, which is coming out this month. It touches more on her life journey and marriage complexities. Listen, you guys, every book that will be coming out, I'm buying the book. But recently I've been like, no, I'm not buying these books because I don't have time to read them. But I really like, but that is about AKA and Anele, that I don't even think I've finished 2 chapters the way that I don't have time to read nowadays. But anyway, you guys, that's what's going on. Jokes aside, guys, jokes aside. it does sound from this article, you guys, that Promise Makunyane and her husband were just rearranging, their marriage contracts. It wasn't that they're going their separate ways. Why this man decided ukuthi athwale ikhanda ahamba yangale ku-Twitter ayokusho izinto that made us think even more that she's divorced, we don't know. Okay, now you guys, the internet is always divided into two. There are people that support marriages, people that work on the marriages, and then there are people that just are always cannot wait for for one person to walk away. But with Promise, it was like that whole thing was accelerated with her because of that whole statement that she had made, that she will never leave a man because a man has cheated. She said she will never leave her marriage because of cheating. But that if her husband ever came to her and said, listen, this is the end of the road, I don't want to be here anymore, then of course she would divorce her husband. That is the reason why a lot of people believe that maybe her husband was the one that initiated the divorce. But guys, listen, there is no D. There is the marriage out of community of property. Okay, which I think is like, we haven't seen. I think the other couple that did it is Nandi and her husband. Husband Nandi. Leya idansa nolo. Yeah. Nandi and her husband, I think they did something similar to this way. After they were married in community of property, they made a decision to, but still be. I blame the people in court. They should have contacted one blogger and told us that no, these people are not divorcing, they're separating their stuff. Okay. And now the ex-girlfriend. Now I'm embarrassed for the ex-girlfriend that thought that we were supposed to celebrate the breakup, because it means that this man went and lied to her and said, I divorced my husband. Maybe he just wanted to hide it, okay? And he was like, listen, we are divorced. And showed her some papers or something. And she never read the papers and gave it to this man. And this man went back to his wife because they are saying the marriage is intact. Kosher City Press. It's not even the Sunday World, and it's not Daily Sun. It's a City Press. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Like the video before promoting, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. When I promise, when I get you, hi.